We're in the National Museum in Bologna, and these are 13th century paintings. (1330, 1335). You know, the more you see of these, the more they look abstract. These very well could be abstract paintings from a modern time. This is the Giotto room. Very abstract. These faces are very expressive. Here you see St. Jerome taking the thorn out of the lion's paw. The lion's just here. Well, thank you very much, St. Jerome. You'd have to know the story. If you know the story of these paintings, they illustrate the story, mostly of the saints. This one. This is a very impressive room. They've taken the frescoes from the church and they've placed them just where it was on the church. So if these frescoes were complete, you would see how impressive it would all be. Nice presentation. Each one tells a story. You have to know the stories to appreciate it. These are some of the incomplete in one room. It's just like a drawing. Here's a picture of the church. They took the frescoes. It's from the 1300s. Oh, this is in Italian, so we don't have any more details. Apparently it wasn't being used. So they took the frescoes out from 1338 to 1380. Now we're in the 14th and 15th century, and this is early Renaissance. See how it's a little less abstract, more realistic.
You can also see this, like they're not looking so much like a storybook. He's got landscapes in the background instead of more details.
Yeah.
Always an architectural element between the angel.
Right. You can see the porticos and the towers. This is early Renaissance. It's still all religious subjects. It takes a while before anybody did anything differently. Paintings are very nice. The colors, I think a lot of these have been restored. And the frames are really impressive frames. Some of the frames are original, but most of them are from later dates. See, there's a story here. We don't know what's going on. You have to know the story to really get into some of these paintings. This is a Raphael, Ecstasy of Saint Cecilia. There's a story here that we don't know again. All these broken instruments. Now we're up to the 1600s. Now we're starting to get into portraits. Away from the completely religious subject matter. I have a portrait of the Pope. course, we still have religious paintings, but you can tell you're getting characters in, definable people in a more realistic sense. Perspectives have changed. This must be the slaughter of the innocents. That's a common subject in a lot of these paintings. They go for this slaughter of the innocents a lot. I don't know why.
Oh, scary.
Here's Peter of Verona. He's wearing one of those joke sword hats things. Apparently he got murdered because this is Peter of Verona again. So here he got stabbed. Here he got hatcheted in the head. But you could see more of a portrait quality in a lot of these. Go. Okay, now we're up to the 1700s. You can see things. Here's a painting of like a low-class tavern. Here's this woman shouting across the room about something. Here's a cat in the window. Here's this guy peeing in the corner. It's so... The subject matter has changed. Here's a portrait. Not so idealized. You're starting to have a lot of expression now by the artist. Here's a portrait of a religious, but notice, not idealized. That's the way he looked. Little abstract. Interesting the way the style's changed. Still have some religious, of course. But you're getting a little more detail here with the So the little baby angel's petting the lamb. More portraits.